Hello, I'm Thomas Rodi, Archbishop of Mobile. And as we celebrate Christmas, I'd like to wish all of you a holy and a Merry Christmas by taking this opportunity to share a story. You know, Christmas is a time that special stories are shared. And I'd like to tell you a story which supposedly is true. It's about some Native American tribes centuries ago. And supposedly when a young boy was about to be accepted as a warrior of the tribe, there were a number of tests that he had to go through first. He had to prove his ability at tracking, at hunting, his ability with bow and arrow, etc. But then there was one final test. He had to prove his courage by spending a night deep in the woods by himself, unarmed. And we can only imagine the emotions that that young boy had when that evening came, that it was his time to go and prove his courage by being alone, unarmed in the woods. As the day came to an end, the elders of the tribe would come and escort him deep into the woods to the place where he was to spend the night all alone. And they left him there. This was the first time that this young boy was alone, away from the safety of the wigwam. You know, the minutes must have seemed like hours. The hours must have seemed like an eternity. Every sound the boy heard, he must have wondered, is that a wild animal that's going to attack me, or a member of an enemy tribe that's going to do me harm? But finally, the night came to an end. The first rays of dawn broke into the darkness of the woods. And he saw the trees. And he saw the path that led back to the village. But then he saw one other thing. He saw his father sitting just a short distance away, fully armed. His father had been sitting there all night to make certain that no harm came to his son. The boy must have felt so foolish. He must have felt, why was I so worried? Why was I so anxious? I should have known my father would never leave me alone for a moment. And there's a message there for us, good people. Sometimes we are in darkness. There is darkness that comes to our lives, and it is real. It's a darkness of seeing the challenges in our world, the violence, the wars, the sickness, the poverty. There's the darkness in our own lives of sorrow, of loss, of financial struggle, of unfulfilled dreams, of broken relationships. Oh, there's so much darkness that can come to our world. And so often, at those moments, we can feel very alone. I've spoken with people at times of darkness in their lives, and they will say to me, I feel I'm all alone. We are never alone. In whatever darkness we are in, God is there with us and will never leave us for a moment. That's what we celebrate at Christmas. That's the story of the manger. It's not just that God took flesh as Jesus Christ and walked the earth for 33 years. It's that God has come to us for our salvation and has promised us, I will be with you until the end of the world. Isaiah calls the promised Messiah Emmanuel, which means God is with us. And God is with us, not just at Bethlehem, not just at Nazareth, but here, now. in whatever darkness we're encountering. He brings the light of his love, the light of his strength. As St. John says at the beginning of his gospel, the light came into the darkness and the darkness could not overcome it. It's for us to trust that in the darkest moments of life, God is there with us. And with God, we can handle anything. With God, we have nothing to fear. Emmanuel, God is with us, is the birth we celebrate. But we also celebrate the profound message that God will never leave us. May you and your loved ones have a very holy and a very Merry Christmas.